Yep. Yeah, so I watched the Quints. I watched Quintessential Quintuplets, the movie, and it was dog shit. It was terrible. It was really, really, really bad. Which I know that is incredibly funny, and I know you're thinking like, oh, Loxy, you probably just didn't like the winner. That's why you didn't like Quintessential Quintuplets, because it's a harem. So, like, if you didn't like it, you're just coping. You just because your best girl didn't win. No, 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 no. Ask any of my friends, any of them whatsoever. Go on my Twitter, ask every single person I follow. If I hated Yotsuba before watching this movie, I didn't care. I was the voice of reason. I'd be like, hold up, guys. Like, I just want to watch it. I just want to watch it. And then I'll judge my opinion because through the end. Oh yeah, by the way, if you didn't know, Yotsuba wins, which kind of sucks, but like that isn't even the main issue. But for real though, Nino should have won. She was the most upfront about her feelings, and objectively it made the most logical sense, and she's not a total hoe. Plus, I mean, come on, there's a whole accumulation of issues with this movie that and I hate to call it a movie. It shouldn't be a movie. I know that it made money, so they you know, of course they made it into a movie to hit box office. Is it still box office in Japan? I don't know, to come out in cinemas, and then they made a whole shit ton of money. I mean, it made more money than Morbius, which is insane, but it also made more money than Doctor Strange, and like, I think it was on par with Demon Slayer or something like that. So, suffice to say, they made their money on this movie. It was a good choice financially to make this into a movie, but watchability? Yeah, this should not have been a movie. It should have been a season. Yeah, as I was saying, to give you a bit of a backstory, I love the Quints. Like, I got figures there, I got a fucking poster there I worship to on a daily basis. I'm that one annoying friend. I don't even fuck with harems that much. I'm that one annoying friend that always brings up the Quints in any daily conversation with my friends. So I'm that dude, you know. I love the Quints. I even have a wallpaper of the Quints. So like, I do like the Quints. It's not that evil, and it's not even I got my expectations up too high. I just was looking for an enjoyable time, like a few scenes to go back on to look at. Like, oh yeah, that scene was like kind of fun. That scene was good, and you know, I just wanted to watch an enjoyable movie that I've been hyped about for like a year now with the fellas. Like, I watched it in Discord, if I didn't say that already, with some friends in Discord, and I was just looking to have a good time, you know. I was hyping this up for like a year. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, there's gonna be new Quint content, it'll be great. I don't really care who wins, but I just want an enjoyable time, and it was not enjoyable. It wasn't enjoyable whatsoever. We even had someone dip on us just because of how bad it was. Like, every 15 minutes, they'd be like, oh, damn. Yo, this is kind of getting long, huh? Like, and then we'd look, and it's only been 15 minutes passed by. The reason it feels like that, because it's split up into this weird thing of, like, it's made like an anime, but it's a movie. So to explain that, like, we go through the same day of the culture festival. By the way, little PS thing here. When you make a trailer for the movie, don't fucking use 30 seconds of the clip that is completely irrelevant to the movie. They knew what they were doing when they made that trailer. Like, if you look at the trailer, you see them like have this all swimsuits on. It's gonna be a great time. That was the entirety of that clip. They didn't go there. It was just like a 20-second montage that we saw in the trailer that had nothing to do with the movie. That was literally just to market the girls, and you know, whatever. That's kind of annoying, but it's not really a reason I didn't enjoy it. It was kind of annoying because I was like, oh damn, wow, we got like 40 minutes left. Wow, that beach episode should be like kind of fun though. That should be like a de-stress thing, and it just didn't come. it did not come. Like my arousal for this movie, it did not come. Where was I? Yeah, so it wasn't even an expectation thing because I wasn't that hyped for the winner. Because a lot of my friends were like, hey, I know who the winner is. Like, I knew who the winner was, and I was like, hey, Yotsuba wins, so it's kind of a bad ending. And I was like, okay, fair enough. You know, maybe the ending will be bad, but like, it will at least be an enjoyable ride. But like, the reason why they shouldn't have made this into the movie, it was incoherent as fuck. Like, every 5 minutes, it would switch perspectives and just completely change, because we redid the same day of the Culture Festival like 6 times in different perspectives of each Quint, like, confessing their love to Fuduru and sexually assaulting him again. Like, it was genuinely a game, except for Itsuki, because apparently the author actually just hates her. And then there was this weird little, like, side plot of their original dad coming into the picture, and he saw Ichika on an ad, and he was like, hey, time for me to pop up in the picture. And it just didn't make sense. Like, I don't care. How do you put that halfway in a movie when we would just be in like, oh, look, Fuduru, I love you. And then put that halfway in the movie as if, like, we're not just talking about the confessions. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it felt very disingenuous to me as the watcher to actually make me care about that. Because it was a cool thing. I liked, like, how it kind of did that. And then don't even get me started on Yotsuba's motivations. It turns out she was the most selfish one, but, like, whatever. I don't even care about that. It's just the way she changed. Like, she was scouting herself the entire movie the same way she was throughout the anime. And then all of a sudden, she just talks to Miku for 30 seconds. Even though there was this entire lead up of like, oh, I'm still not good enough. Oh, I've done this and that. And then 30-second talk with Miku, she's just like, well, yeah, I'm gonna fight now. Yeah, I love Fuduru. I was like, dog, you couldn't have done that an hour ago and saved me time? It's just so stupid, man. It hurts me. As I was saying on the perspective thing, it switches perspective every 15 minutes of like, oh, this is Miku on the Culture Festival day. This is how she confesses her love to Fuduru. I was like, I don't care. It makes me not care about anything. I don't know if it's due to the fact how the manga was written, but I think some of it has to do with just it being adapted into a movie as well. I was like, oh, it sucks. And also there was the issue, this is on my fault, although I don't think this affected my enjoyment out of it. If anything, it was a benefit. We watched it like 2 days after it came out, so the subs were a bit wonky. It was like Google Translate. Before like someone watches this and types in, oh, that's the reason you didn't like it, there was bad subtitles, of course you wouldn't like it. No. No. These moments still happened without like the text on the screen. There was still no build up whatsoever to the gripes that I have. It isn't to do with the funny text. If anything, that was a benefactor because me and the fellas were just laughing at some of the funny text it came up with. But, oh my god, where do I even go from here? And then there's a childhood friend of Fuduru, which was kind of weird. Like, I don't know. And then we skip like 5 years all of a sudden. And then they get married, and then it's like, oh, Fuduru, let's do this one last game of you trying to guess us. And then he guesses every single one right, big surprise, whatever, whatever, man. But then they cry about it, each and every one. Like, after 5 years, even Nino still can't get over him, and it just pisses me off. Like, bro, it's been 5 years, you're still gonna cry over your other sister getting married? Like, you're still not over this? Like, I don't know. I'm tilted, man. I'm tilted. It just, there was no point to this movie because no character learnt anything. Other than Itsuki had this little thing of like, because their dad came in the picture and was like, hey, you can't become a teacher. And then she just cried a bunch about it. And then Fuduru for some reason came through and was like, no, you can. Which was kind of cool. That was the kind of okay. I'm glad Itsuki at least got like got something, even though she didn't get a confession scene to Fudo, even though she obviously had feelings, because when like the other ones were confessing, she was like, oh, she was kind of realizing her feelings. She was like, oh, I think I kind of like Fudo too. But then before that could happen, she was like, yeah, but Yotsuba kind of likes her. So, you know, that was a commendable thing to do. And then another gripe I have, Ichika, like last season, you could say she's a snake or whatever for what she did to the other sisters, like pretending to be someone and then telling lies to benefit her. And I was like, okay, you kind of bettered yourself. And then she admitted she was wrong to her sisters and she apologized. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to be like every other fan and hate you. I'm okay. Like, you apologized. I'm cool with that. Like, okay, you'll do better. I believe in you. And then she does the same shit in this movie of just, I think she made out with him like 3 other times and was like, oh, I actually like you. I was like, it's just so stupid. Like, alongside the Yotsuba plotline, there was all these other plot lines that does not mesh. Like, just focus on one coherent line, you schizophrenic fucking movie. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I'm genuinely getting mad thinking about it. I'm glad I had people there to make it more enjoyable. Otherwise, I promise you, I would have fell asleep. There's no doubt in my mind, I would have like, I'm just like, have I talked about this enough? There was a lot of points where I went up and then I just went on to another thing I got mad about, but it just, if you read the manga, I don't know if what I've said makes a lot of sense. Hopefully it does, and it's like 1-for-1 with the movie, and it's not all just the movie. And it's also just the manga ending in general. And I just want to say, moving forward, I am wiping this movie completely from my memory. The dojins, the hentai, are the plot. They are my headcanon, and they should be your headcanon as well. This whole video was just to get you to read the dojins and think of that as your headcanon. Don't watch the movie. Don't watch it. Read the dojins. You know, fuck it. Even the Ichika one where she unalives all her sisters and like uses their body parts to like on herself to make Fuduru like her. Shit, that was a better plotline and more interesting. Honestly though, like honestly, it was. I'm not even like hyperbolating right now. It really was. Like, I'd rather read every single dojin and that be the actual plotline than what unfolded. It was stupid. None of it, no character progressed in this anime. There was no point for anyone. They were all stagnant. Nobody progressed in this anime whatsoever. Other than Itsuki getting a cool little moment, but even then it was like, it was amongst all these like confessions, and it just felt so disingenuous when the actual confession main girl Yotsuba confessed and they were like, oh, I love you, I love you. It felt so disingenuous, and I'm like, okay, this doesn't feel genuine. You were like, what changed your minds? Like, let me know, let us know, because I can't tell. And it was just an incoherent mess because we kept jumping perspectives every like 10 minutes at one point. Like, it just didn't make any sense. I don't know. If you've seen the movie, let me know your thoughts on it. Hopefully you had a better experience than me. And fuck you if you dare say I'm like biased or some bullshit, or like saying like, oh, you just, no, I debunked every single possible bullshit reason that you would think that I would just downplay this movie for any like reason. This isn't copium, okay? Fuck you if you think it's copium. And read the dojins. They are the true ending to the Quints. And also, what was Nino thinking with his hairstyle? One final thing, what was Nino thinking? It's literally just the Chica hairstyle with pigtails. It looks terrible on you. Like, Nino, you used to be bad as fuck, and then you went and done this. I think that's it. Appreciate you watching this long, and I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep tonight. So, hopefully you guys have a better night than me. Later. Still gonna jerk off to the dojins though.